by Kristie
Hi, everybody.
and Brandon.
What's up, people?
And it's the illustrious
grand
return. Okay, the grand return of one Gabe Martinez. Hello, Gabe.
What it do?
Yeah! He has returned.
So Gabe has been gone for his birthday month apparently because he just needed the whole month
Okay.
off for his
To be
birthday.
fair, it was my birthday, and I ended up getting very sick, so I couldn't talk for a good 2 weeks.
Ask him how many episodes of his own podcast he recorded. I mean, of his own video he recorded while he couldn't talk.
Literally only 2, and it was the day my antibiotics finished.
Now, ask him what the link of that is so that we can link it in our show notes. For
I don't think I
everyone
can
to watch.
say a link, and it'll just pop up.
What's your YouTube like?
It's my actually my YouTube name changed a little bit. I think it's Fail Gooby now.
It's
Because
Phil
YouTube-
Gooby.
Yeah, YouTube was doing this weird thing where it was change
yeah,
your
no, instead
your
of
at and your
subscriptions.
actual channel name are different. Yeah, my channel name is at Fail Gooby, all lowercase, or Fail Guru if it pops up when you search it up.
I still have it as Phil Guru.
Yeah, Fail Guru's still there, but
the at is different. I see
yeah,
what
they
you're
changed.
saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
YouTube one day was just you
Mm.
have to change your at, and I'm like, I never knew I had an at for YouTube, but okay.
That's
Well,
so strange.
the good news is that we'll have it in the show notes so everybody can watch. What game are you playing?
I'm playing Dead Space, and I'm scaring the shit out of myself.
So that everyone can watch Gabe scare himself on Dead Space. And also, while I'm here, do not forget that Brandon is also streaming Does It Hold Up weekly. He is now going through, I believe your last one was Pokemon, right?
I did Pokemon Stadium 2 yesterday.
Those streams are so fun because it's he's playing all the games that I would like to play, but I know I'm gonna get bored as soon as I turn it on. So it's I'm just gonna watch Brandon play them.
It's almost as if...
Stadium
Actually, never
2,
mind.
those mini games were still fun, but boy, those rental Pokemon are so bad. It's they really wanted you
Yeah.
to use that and they really wanted you to use the transfer pack, but it's a shame you can't do that on it. So, it's a shame too. I grew up with
Yeah,
Stadium,
Jerel's
so I
about to
love
talk
it,
shit
but,
about old games.
I was, and then I decided I'm above that right now, and I'm gonna let you guys
I
have
knew
it.
exactly
That's
what
why I
he was
didn't
gonna
say it.
hey,
I knew
Jerel,
exactly what he was
at
gonna
Are you
say.
some
sure
point,
about that?
Hey, Jerel, I still need to have you at some point so we can play some Wavery 64.
Oh my god, yes, that's the only good old game on there.
Wait, which one?
Wavery 64.
Wavery 64.
I was so bad at that game, but it was so fun.
It's so fun. It's so fun. Unlike
Shit, you want to come
half the
too,
other
Gabe?
games
That's
there.
up to 4 people. We could just,
Shit,
we could just
if
make
I'm
that
off that day,
shit, we'll try to figure
Well,
it out
you're
after
always
the
working,
podcast.
so-
I am always working,
I'll never
and it's
work.
depressing. and
You
it's
know what
tiring.
else will never work?
What else won't work?
The Xbox
That PlayStation
360
Portable. Oh.
store.
Oh
The-
wow!
the
What's
Xbox
going on to the
Oh,
360 store?
wow.
Because it's been shut down. You can
Or
still
will
play
be
ga-
shut down.
Or it will be shut down. Sure. I mean, was it being utilized before this? No. So it's who cares?
By
I mean, you never
someone's
know.
grandma
There might be.
got a 360 and didn't upgrade to the one.
Y'all really gonna
As
fight
we
me
are.
on the 360 store being used actively? You're right. There probably are a ton of, and that was me showing that I'm an a-hole because you're right. I'm sure there are people that are still using the Xbox 360 store, but guess what? It literally doesn't matter because it's gonna be closed. And that's not on me. I'm not the one closing
ain't
it,
on
so
me.
don't be mad at me. You can still play games that you purchased on your Xbox 360 after July 2024. Multiplayer games will work after July 2024 as long as the publisher still supports the online servers, and no impact on purchasing or playing BC titles, which is backwards compatibility for those who don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know how that affects people, but if you guys have any opinions on it, now's your chance to tell me so that I don't sound like an a-hole.
Interesting that I guess realistically, this is just gonna happen to all the storefronts that are old enough. It's just, I guess not a lot of people expected it from Microsoft necessarily, only because the whole gung ho about being backwards compatibility friendly and all that good stuff. And obviously, they're not really getting rid of that per se. They're just getting rid of a storefront in which you can purchase said titles. But it's not surprising. I guess I'm more surprised that people are surprised. But I guess with past statements, it just it was gonna happen eventually. That storefront's been out forever.
And
I'm
you
more
can still
surprised
play
with the
the
people
games.
that Yeah, that's why I'm more surprised people were having a problem with it. I was like, you can still play the
Yeah.
game. You guys just rave all about Xbox Game Pass, and all those games are probably there. So what's the big idea? This isn't like Nintendo when Nintendo closed their 3DS shop and the Wii U. Like you can still play your Xbox 360 games.
You can.
Okay.
You very much
well,
can.
All right. Well.
I just have to talk shit about Xbox games. It's been a while.
No, don't do it. I have nothing to say on the matter. Kristie, do you have anything to say on the Xbox 360 store closing?
No, not really.
Yeah.
It's all on Game Pass, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of the games are backwards compatible on Game Pass or whatever, and like to be honest, how old is the Xbox 360 store? Like we had 2 generations now since then.
5 or
Don't
6.
do it.
Didn't Sony already close their PS3 storefront?
I have no idea.
They closed that shit a while ago.
Wait, they
Like,
did
I'm
actually
pretty-
close it? Wasn't
Yeah,
that
hold
like?
on.
Yeah, I thought that they closed it a while ago.
Well, I remember there was like a backlash about that, so I think they relented on it.
Maybe.
Oh
Like, I
no,
remember
they're
that-
still
But
online.
I mean, oh, they are?
Yeah,
Yes,
because
yes.
they announced the PS3, the Vita, and the PSP storefronts were closing, but apparently they got backlash. So the PS3 and Vita stores remain online to this day, but the PSP store was closed as planned.
Right, that's what it was.
Which I don't know why, because they made
Mm.
another PlayStation Portable.
All right, well, we're not going into that yet. 'Cause
I had to
that's
make
what
that
John
joke.
is you. So next up, I'm gonna give Brandon his time to shine and tell us all about the Power Rangers Cosmic
Mario
Fury.
Sunshine. Oh.
His time
What?
to shine, because it is Morphin time. The Power Rangers Cosmic Fury
It
is going to
is.
be premiering exclusively on Netflix September 29th, and it's going to include the return of the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger, Billy Cranston. Brandon, take it away. Tell me about how what is this? Power Rangers is not racist.
Huh? Wait, what?
I'm sorry. Tell me about the Power Rangers returning to Netflix.
What?
My bad. And
I was like, okay, oh, all right, okay. Well, let me say this. So this is gonna be like a 2-part thing. I did want to incorporate all of us in this conversation. That's where the second part will come in. So let me just get this my personal stuff out of the way first. For longtime fans, Lord Zed is back as the main villain. That looks cool. Billy coming back was a big surprise that wasn't really announced. Former recurring character. So I've mentioned this podcast before, but the previous season, Dino Fury had the first gay Power Ranger, which was the Green Ranger. Her name was Izzy, I believe. Her girlfriend
she
was like
really
a reoccurring character. Yeah,
how we know? Did they kiss?
yeah, they did actually.
All right, fair. I gotta be sure. Listen, there are like videos, and they're like, "Oh, it's the first game," blah blah blah, and like they don't even be holding hands. I gotta make sure. Good for
No, they kissed. They went to prom together. They held hands. Like
Did they break
there
up
was a
with
whole
each other?
episode. There was a whole episode about yeah. So yeah, her girlfriend, which was a reoccurring character, is now becoming a main character. I am speculating that she might actually become a ranger, which is super cool. But yeah, here's the thing that all of us can discuss, so it doesn't just get too insular. The fact that, of course, we are on the ongoing writer strike / actor strike, and so this announcement kind of just came out of nowhere. Normally, when there's like a upcoming trailer, the actors will like hype it up. But I've even seen to like social media of like the actors that are on it, like they can't really promote it. I know the actor who was played the Pink Ranger the previous season. She just could all she could really tweet about the trailer was like, "Well, I'm glad you guys know now," with a smiley face emoji. So I guess that's something that we can all discuss. What are the thoughts about like new projects coming out? Just it doesn't have to be just the specific Power Rangers. Any projects coming out that actors would love to promote, love to get hyped up with the fans, but just can't really do so in the current situation.
I don't think I have anything nice to say. I feel like I haven't had anything nice to say this whole podcast. I think that there is a sacrifice that needs to be made, which is, sorry guys, that I can't be super excited about this project that I'm in, because guess what? I'm trying to make sure I can make enough money to freaking live. So like, here's a happy face. I'm happy y'all see it. I'm like, but of course I can't promote it anymore right now because like, fuck promoting this thing that's not gonna make me any money, not gonna be able to pay my rent. Also, quick question before anyone else answers, Brandon, and because I am talking about Power Rangers, is it still racist? Like, are they still doing like racist stereotypes of like the Asian is yellow and the black guy is the Black Ranger and the white guy is the White Ranger, or have they changed that up?
They have not done that for like years, bro.
Perfect. I didn't know.
Like,
I just wanted to know.
well, I'm like struggling to even think about like I legit don't think they have had a Asian Yellow Ranger since the original.
So who's the Pink Ranger?
The current Pink Ranger, who was it? Was a white girl, but I don't think for this next season there's even going to be a Pink Ranger.
Why? She died.
Because she's becoming a Red Ranger for the new season. She actually got a promotion.
Oh, they're like color tiers. Oh shit, it's a real thing. Oh.
Well, the Red has almost always been the leader of the Power Rangers, so she is like becoming like the new
a white
leader.
girl a leader? All right, no man. You had me and you lost. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, back to your point. Yeah, you can't you can't promote it because like sure it's I said my piece. Yeah. I understand. Like I would be I don't have sympathy for someone not being able to report it because I do feel like the bigger issue is not being able to pay your rent because of the strike. That's just my opinion on it. I feel like if you're affected by it a lot, you should probably. I feel like you have bigger things to worry about than promoting your new show.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you, because I keep feeling like I sound like an a-hole.
No, I mean it's no one. That's just the sad situation. Like no one's really winning the situation, but that's the whole reason this situation even exists in the first place. Obviously the actors are very excited for this role. They want to it's clear that they want to promote it, but they're trying to stand in solidarity with the other people that are being oppressed by in this current situation, and they're just trying to stand by them. I think it's admirable, and it takes let's be real. It takes a lot of strength because this is the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. This is kind of like a lot of eyes that would not normally be on Power Rangers are going to be on in this season. They are coming back for a third season, which hasn't really happened since the original. So this is a historical season for a lot of reasons. This is something to be excited about. So for them to be able to still show restraint and maintain their silence and stand in solidarity, I respect it. I do.
I respect it, but I don't think it takes a lot of restraint. Just don't post it. There are literally more important things. Like if I think
there's more important things, but I just don't think it's as easy as you're saying.
I think it is. I think if you have a moral compass and your coworkers literally cannot live, you probably won't have that big of a time not celebrating this, because like there are 10 times more important things than making a tweet about this show. But also I don't know because I'm not there and I'm a different person and I don't have the same type of responsibility for promoting the show. So you might be right. You're probably right. I don't know anything. Just rambling at this point.
You can say.
Ow. Huh?
You know what's something we're not rambling about, Jerel? Cue the next topic.
Oh my god, that was great. So something we're not rambling about?
What's that? What we're not rambling about?
Rovio and Sega.
Oh, you're right. I'm not rambling about this.
Wow. Sega
I have very little to say about this.
Sega has welcomed Rovio to the family with, quote, "We're so thrilled to celebrate Rovio becoming a member of the Sega group. Get ready for exciting adventures ahead." So, Rovio's biggest acquisition is Angry Birds, which, if you were around in the 20-somethings, you will know was one of the biggest games in the world at the time. So much so that the company went through like ups and downs, specifically over Angry Birds. Anyway, I just want to know if you guys think that Angry Birds and Sega is a good fit.
I mean, yeah, why not?
I don't know. It just feels like it fits.
I mean, once you think about it, yeah, it does. It works.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something about Angry Birds. Well, sorry, Rovio being.
It's like
yeah.
It's like Angry Birds and Sonic. It's just a good match. And I don't know.
That's fair.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the red Angry Bird. I don't remember his name. Just do spin dashes with Sonic.
His name's Red.
Oh yeah,
His name is
will
Red.
will we see the red Angry Bird in Persona 5?
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah, what if we just got Red as a persona? That'd be great. That look, listen, the obvious one is gonna be Red being in Sonic Dash, and then you're just gonna be able to dash with Red him doing spin dash. That's the obvious one. I feel like
Red and Knuckles would be better.
They're both angry.
You know
exactly,
what?
Yeah.
Red might be a Persona in Persona 3. This is what they're gearing up for their Persona 3 remake, Reload.
Like
By
Persona
the
3
way,
Red
because
Load.
you brought it up, it looks amazing. I don't know if anyone has seen the new
Oh, I
transition
have.
from
Yeah,
Persona
I
3.
saw the new.
I saw
Fusion
snippets.
thingy.
It looks good.
That shit looks great. Definitely go shoot yourselves in the head while playing Persona and summon your personas, because that's what they do. I'm not telling you guys.
That's
to
what
do
they
it.
do. That's what they do.
to summon
Don't
their
cancel
personas.
us.
Yeah,
They're
please
not
don't.
guns. They're invokers.
Yes, they're invokers. They shoot themselves in the head with their invokers. And it looks
One last
really
thing about
awesome.
the whole Rovio Sonic thing.
Mhm.
I just really feel like there's a possibility that Sega will make some like new Angry Birds like console games or what have you based on the IP. It's entirely possible, but really, if I'm being realistic, I think this is just gonna result in a lot of mobile games, either mobile games or more mobile crossovers. Like that Sonic Dash thing, I said I'm 100% serious about that. I think that's going to happen, but I think there's other mobile crossovers that's going to happen as well in the future.
Yeah, I mean, the promo image was literally the Angry Birds and Sonic together, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So, in Nintendo news, because I know you all are just Nintendo simps, Charles Martinet has been the original voice of Mario in the game since 1996, I believe. As far back as Super Mario 64, he's now moving into the brand new role of Mario Ambassador. With this transition, he will be stepping back from recording character voices for our games, but he'll continue to travel the world, sharing the joy of Mario and interacting with you all. It's been an honor working with Charles to help bring Mario to life for so many years, and we want to thank and celebrate him. Please keep an eye out for our special video message from Shigeru Miyamoto, and Charles Martinet himself, which they will post in a future update, and that is from Nintendo's Twitter, because Charles is a Mario ambassador and not the voice of Mario anymore, and I feel like all you Nintendo simps have things to say, so please take the floor. He was like, no.
I mean, thank you for what he's done. He's done really good at it. We're gonna miss him, but
He's not going anywhere. He's gonna be a Mario ambassador. Why are you gonna?
Yeah, but obviously he's not the voice anymore. But I'm glad he's I'm not gonna say stepping back, because like you said, he's the Mario ambassador, and the way they're making it sound is like it's a really big thing. But give his old. I'm not gonna say that because then you're gonna make fun of the way I say it.
No, go ahead. No one will make fun of you.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say give his old throat pipes a break, but
okay. Well, that was a choice of words. That was a choice of words, but I said I wasn't gonna make fun of you for it, so I won't on the podcast. Brandon? Kristie?
Yeah. First off, let me echo what Gabe said. Absolutely, he's had an absolutely crazy, great career as Mario. For me, he's always been Mario because I grew up in the N64 era. My first Mario game was Super Mario 64. So to me, Mario's always had a voice. Like I know people who grew up like maybe before me, played the Super Nintendo NES and then experienced Mario there, and then they heard him speak for the first time in 64. I was like, whoa! But he's always had a voice to me, and it's always been Charles Martinet. So that's very significant to me that he's just not going to be anymore. They have already confirmed that he is not going to be voicing Mario in Super Mario Brothers Wonder, I should say, and the upcoming WarioWare game is also someone that's playing him as well. For Wario, it did sound a little bit different, but for the new Mario, I could barely tell. So whoever this new person is clearly doing a good job. As far as the whole, Jerel had asked me a question, is like, what the hell is a Mario ambassador? Obviously, I don't have the answer to that. I can only speculate. I think what that's going to mean is like he's going to help facilitate the transition of the new Mario actor, make sure they represent the brand well. And to his point, if he's considered still a part of Nintendo's the part of the Nintendo company, he's going to make sure that the character that he has voiced for so long is going to be represented well going forward, and that I guess he best represents the brand. That's just all speculation. We have no idea what that actually means until I guess it goes into practice, or maybe until this video comes out. But yeah, I imagine I will say this: whether or not this was explicitly Charles's choice to step back from the role and take on this new role, or if Nintendo kind of like pressured him to doing so, we don't know that. We don't know that for sure right now. What I will say though is, it's very rare that someone that has performed the character for so long and is quite frankly the age that he is can step away from the role by choice. Usually that choice is made for them, or in some cases they'll just pass away before they get the chance to do it. I will say the fact that he gets to leave on his own terms, and in my thinking, help choose a successor, I think is kind of like the best case scenario for it, because it's better that than, God forbid he passes away and like, oh God, who's Mario now? Something like that happening. So at least he'll get to like have a say, help pass the torch gracefully, which I think is nice. And more importantly, like again, so many people have just known him as Mario for all these years and respect him. Usually, like when Satoru Iwata died, people were praising, posthumously praising him. It's nice that Charles Martinet can leave his role and hear that praise while he's still around to hear it, as opposed to after he's gone, which is nice.
Kristie?
They just both summed up what I wanted to say, and it's not fair. So.
Okay. Only thing I have to say is that I think he's in a very unique position, as he's one of those people who has worked with the company for so long that he kind of does have, a little bit of say as to what happens. I'm not going to say a lot, but he reminds me of, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Final Fantasy XIV, but Koji Fox, who is the translator for Naoki Yoshida, has gone on to go from, like, he used to be just a translator, and now he's, like, helping write the story and, like, is a producer on some of the games, because their relationship has grown, like, so strongly over the years. And this is that's what Charles Martinet's relationship with Nintendo kind of reminds me of, that he has encompassed this, one of the most iconic characters in the world, in the way that he has for so long, that he does have a little bit of leeway to be able to, step back and also become Mario ambassador and make sure the next person does a really great job at it. So good for him. And he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Like you said.
Oh, I do have one last thing to say on the subject. Obviously he's most well known for doing the voice of Mario, but he's also the voice of Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, and the baby Mario and Luigi as well. He has voiced all 6 of those characters. Now, he hasn't always voiced all 6 of those characters. He kind of took on everyone besides Mario from like 2000 onwards. Originally, Luigi was just like voiced by various different characters. Wario, you get the idea. So I'm wondering if if they're doing that again, where one person is voicing multiple characters, or if they're just gonna have multiple voice actors this time around. Because I don't know how many voice actors just have that range. So like maybe the next one that has the best Mario voice doesn't necessarily also have the range to pull off Luigi. You'd think they could, but who knows? And the only reason I say that is because, for all the cartoon historians out there, Mel Blanc was like the voice of like pretty much every single like male Looney Tunes character from the time that he was alive. And now in modern days, they found that they don't have as many voice actors that can just pull off every single one of them voices. So this guy is voicing Bugs Bunny, this guy is voicing Foghorn Leghorn, this guy is voicing Yosemite Sam, when Mel Blanc used to do all of them. That's just how it is. I'm sure there's someone out there that could do it all. But what's up?
You cannot just sit here and slander amazing voice actors of this generation like that.
I am not slandering anyone.
100% are. You just said that nobody nowadays can do what the older voice actors
I did not say
do.
nobody. I just said it'd be difficult.
You said barely anybody. It's so hard to find them, and we literally have talent that can still do that.
Can you guys
right
put
now.
a pause on that so I can go grab some popcorn?
It's not hard. I don't think it's hard at all. We have so many voice actors that are doing that right now. I think you're doing them a little bit of a disservice.
Okay, yell at Warner Brothers. Tell them to hire them.
Why? When you can have one person do it all, and pay that one person.
Yell Warner Brothers. Tell them, hey, there's someone out there that can do it. Tell them, and then tell Nintendo that too. Tell them all. Like, I'm not the person you need to be telling all this stuff. Like it's like, you know
All
what? You're
I'm
right. You know what,
saying-
Jerel? Jerel. I agree with you. You know what? I 100% agree. You're right. There are some talented
Jarrell
voice actors that can
agrees
voice.
to this, right?
No, no.
So
I agree.
Jarrell's gonna
You know?
voice all of them?
All I said.
Oh, I didn't say that. But go, do it up, my dog. Go. Head over to Nintendo. Get to the booth right now. Let's go. Okay, ready, man.
Literally.
New generation of Nintendo begins now. Jarrell's Mario.
I don't know where the fuck.
Ben Starr, eat your heart out. You can't beat Jerel.
Literally, all I said was I think there are voice actors that can do multiple voices, and I think
Correct,
it's
you.
kind of
Let's
not... Okay. So I'm just gonna. You're right. I'm going to put in my audition for all the other characters that are not Mario. I will
Yes.
basically do an audition tape just like Clive's voice actor in Final Fantasy 16 and see
Hell.
how far that gets me. Lots of F-bombs.
I cannot wait to hear Jarrell's take on Daisy. Let's freaking go.
The only thing I care about is the Peach game that is not out yet. So give me that, Nintendo. Give me that Peach game so I can play
Can't
it.
wait to finish that game. Roll the credits and see Jerel leave you right there.
I am the voice of Peach. What is? Never mind. Let me not try that. I was gonna do it right now. I'll hold it for after the
No,
podcast.
go.
I'll hold it for after.
Okay.
Now you're so in chaos.
So yeah, Ubisoft Plus is expanding its lineup. They put out a message saying we're excited to announce a new agreement that will bring Activision Blizzard games to Ubisoft Plus via streaming upon the completion of Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. We'll also be licensing the games to a range of cloud streaming. Whoa, sorry, very weird hiccup. I'm so sorry. So sorry, guys. Sorry. Let me drink real quick.
But first, let me take a sip.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That was a horrible hiccup. So this comes on the heels of news that Activision Blizzard is attempting to sell their streaming service off to Ubisoft, I believe it was, so that the acquisition that we've been talking about for a year and a half can finally go through. And essentially what this means is allowing Activision Blizzard games onto Ubisoft Plus. So now you can use your Ubisoft Plus to play things like Call of Duty and Overwatch. And they're going to start licensing their games to cloud subscription services to hopefully allow Microsoft to be able to finally get this acquisition to go through. And honestly, at this point, just fucking do it. I'm so sick of hearing about it. Just give it to them. I don't care anymore. But my question to you guys about this was, I have it here. So there was a tweet that said that basically what's going to happen is after this is all done, I think it was Ryan something from IGN, that after this is all done, they're just going to, that Microsoft is just going to purchase Ubisoft after the acquisition anyway, and then just basically have all their stuff back like they were before. So it's kind of like just sell it off for now, make the acquisition, and then just purchase Ubisoft. How viable do you think it is that would happen after this?
I mean, it's Microsoft. Looks like their whole plan is to buy out every game company.
It does seem
Pretty much.
I see it happening.
Wow.
It does seem that way. I mean,
God forbid you make your own games, right?
They found a game plan. They seem to be sticking to it.
You know, I haven't played my Xbox in a long time. But
you
I will be
enjoying
playing
Ubisoft games?
Starfield. No, I don't even know what they make. Like, what does Ubisoft make nowadays? Mario and
Aren't they
Rabbids?
Assassin's Creed?
Assassin's Creed?
What are they
Assassin's
making
Creed.
right now? When's the last Assassin's Creed
Tom
game that
Clancy.
came out? When's the last Tom
Last
Clancy
year,
game that
probably.
came out?
Prince of Persia.
When's the last Prince of Persia game
Isn't
that
there an
came out?
Assassin's Creed coming out later this year or
I
something?
think it's
Yeah,
It's not October.
Mirage.
October is way too packed.
It's
Yeah,
October.
yeah.
Yeah, and
we don't
I
know the
think there's a
exact
Tom
date for
Clancy game that has come out recently, but man, don't quote me on that. I don't follow those releases.
Exactly.
I do know the Prince of Persia game is coming out like in July next year, the new one.
Sure.
And then that Sands of Time remake has been in development hell for I don't know how long.
Exactly. But yeah, Ubisoft, go get purchased by Microsoft, and then you'll be able to make more games. I could throw some
Depending.
shade here. I will not, because I will be using my Xbox tomorrow.
For
Play
what?
what?
For what?
Don't ask me. I have no idea. I'm gonna turn it on and make sure it still works. It's been so long. I'll
Boy,
probably
I can't wait to hear about Jerel's tales of playing Halo Infinite on this podcast.
Nah, you know, I have played Halo Infinite actually for like 5 minutes, and I thought I would enjoy it, and it was whatever.
Great, I can't wait to hear you play another 5 minutes.
Nah, I'm probably gonna be finishing Midnight Suns. I bought Marvel's Midnight Suns on Xbox, and I haven't finished
I
it.
hate that game.
There you go.
Why? It's
I
so
bought it for the PS5, and it's just I don't know, for a Marvel game,
I
for a
love
company
it.
that has a shit ton of money, the graphics look like shit to me.
Oh my god, I love that game.
And I'm not even a graphic guy, but it's just I play the game and I'm like, it feels like I'm playing an upscaled version of Ultimate Alliance. Like that's what the graphics look like.
Okay, fine. I
was
can't argue with
disappointed.
that, but I
Pretty
did
sad.
really love the game. So I'm disappointed to hear that because I love that game. But also I'll be playing Starfield.
Wait, Jerel loved a game that doesn't have great graphics?
I don't think the graphics are bad. I mean, I'm playing on
This is
Xbox,
shocking.
but I don't think the graphics are bad. I think they're fine. I don't think they're bad. I think bad graphics. Never mind. Never mind. I don't want to talk about the Switch. Yeah, I don't think they're bad. Anyway, I'll be playing Starfield.
This is like shocking.
I'll be playing Starfield. That's what I'll be.
I will be too, but guess what? I'm not buying an Xbox.
Yeah, you're gonna play on PC, I'm assuming.
Yep, on Steam.
I don't have a PC, so I'll be playing on Xbox because I
Yeah,
have
well,
one. Speaking of
Is it not Steam Deck compatible or something?
what?
I hope it's not. That game looks too big to be Steam
Starfield?
Deck compatible.
I guess so.
Man, I don't.
But can you
use my-
imagine if you could though, a game like that handheld?
I don't use my Steam Deck either because it's too big for me.
Well, it's a perfect size.
I just use it like Kelly to play Final Fantasy 14.
I could make another sassy
Yeah.
joke. I won't. I'm sure it's the perfect size for some people, but for me, it's not the perfect size. I prefer to play 14 on my big TV as well.
That's fair.
But that doesn't matter. What matters is that EA's Bioware is about to lay off 50 people and cut ties with unionized Keywords playtesting group.
That does matter.
That does matter.
That's
EA said that its Bioware studio based in Edmonton, Canada is laying off 50 people on the team, even as Dragon Age Dreadwolf is in the late stages of development. The layoffs will likely be a blow to morale at the studio and make the development environment more difficult. Gary McKay, the general manager of the developer, told employees in a statement today that the move is meant to make the EA-owned developer a more agile and more focused studio. EA has an estimated 12,000 to 13,000 employees, and BioWare had perhaps about 250 people. So 50 of those people are about to get fired. Quote, in order to meet the needs of our upcoming projects, continue to hold ourselves to the highest standard of quality and ensure BioWare can continue to thrive in an industry that's rapidly evolving, we must shift towards a more agile and more focused studio. It will allow our developers to iterate quickly, unlock more creativity, and form a clear vision of what we're building before development ramps up. He added, to achieve this, we find ourselves in a position where change is not only necessary, but unavoidable. As difficult as this is to say, rethinking our approach to development inevitably means reorganizing our team to match the studio's changing needs. As part of this transition, we're eliminating approximately 50 roles at BioWare. That is deeply painful and humbling to write. We're doing everything we can to ensure the process is handled with empathy, respect, and clear communication. Yeah. Oh, there is one more thing. In addition, the moves come with a couple of related or perhaps coincidental events. A spokesperson for EA said that the company was unable to come to an agreement with part of Keywords, which is a big game services firm that provides playtesting services. In June 2022, the small part of Keywords had a group of contractors who voted to unionize. Now, coincidentally, after that, after they voted to unionize, 50 people are being laid off, and it might be in that division. Who knows? Coincidental. I didn't say it. VentureBeat.com and Dean Takahashi said it, not me. So send your issues to them. Anyway, yeah. Any thoughts on the 250 employees knocking down to 200 so that EA and BioWare can finish this game in the late stages of development?
it's so obviously that's very sad, but like it's just so sad to hear like the state of Bioware, because they used to be like one of the premium developers. It's ironic because they're the original creators of Baldur's Gate. They are obviously not the creators of Baldur's Gate anymore, and now obviously the latest entry is out here blowing up sales chart and lighting up reviews, all this stuff, and they're out here. They haven't had like a lot of success lately. Like
even Dragon
a lot
Age,
of MMO,
like they have a huge following with Dragon Age, and they haven't put out a game since the beginning of the PS4.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that, and then of course they had to. We all remember their attempt at making the live service game with Anthem. That did not go well for them at all.
That was
No,
then.
we forgot that.
That BioWare was Anthem. Yeah,
We forgot that. We didn't remember that.
Yeah,
That
clearly.
didn't happen. we forgot
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that game
Yeah.
looked so promising.
it did. It really did, and it just didn't.
It did.
But like, yeah, no, that's just emblematic of like the fact that BioWare has just been struggling lately. Like beyond obviously these shitty layoffs, the just game quality has been very hit or miss. Unfortunately, mostly misses. Unfortunately, like Dragon Age is the one series that has still pretty much maintained its quality, but that's it. And obviously, as you to your point, it's taken them forever to even get this one, and it's coming at a cost to get this game out. We talk about crunch. How about just laying off employees altogether? That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. The less hands you have to help, the better. Duh.
Don't let them unionize. Fire them before they do.
Yeah.
Just
God forbid your employees want, good benefits and job security. Oh my
And
God.
reasonable hours.
Reasonable hours. That's a good one.
What?
Got a load of this one over here. Reasonable hours.
Oh my god.
is
What is that?
real brief aside, since we're talking about unreasonable hours. Is anyone else watching the anime Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead?
I've literally never heard
That
of
was
it.
a long ass title. But
Yeah,
to answer your
literally
question,
never
no,
heard
I'm,
of
Okay,
I'm
so-
not.
so-
I've heard about it.
Okay, I love it so far.
I'm
It's-
watching
it's-
Demon Slayer. Sorry.
Oh, I do want to get back to Demon Slayer, but anyway, just a real
Have you
quick
seen
elevator
FMA yet,
pitch.
Jerel?
Sorry, Brandon, what were you saying?
No, the premise, it's on Netflix and Hulu, but like the premise of it is basically there's this guy, former rugby player at his high school, gets a job at this company that he's always wanted to work to, a dream job. Finds out that it treats his workers like shit. He has to work like mandatory overtime, and he just like
I saw the preview for this. I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So he's been working at this job for 2 years and basically suffering, almost commit suicide because of how overworked he is.
Just so you guys know, like his first day there doesn't end for like 2 days. He literally is just like,
Yes.
when can I go home? And he
I would
works
quit.
2 days
I've heard.
straight before he finally gets to go home.
Yeah, that was the other thing. He was psychologically believed to make that he would be letting everybody down if he didn't go. Like that job not only like overworked him, but it was brainwashing him basically. Anyway, after 2 years of working on this job, the world just kind of ends. Like the zombie apocalypse has begun or outside his house, and his first reaction is, "Hey, does this mean I don't have to go to work today?" And he just like literally running from something. He's like, "I'm free from work!" And basically the premise of the show is like, unlike the typical zombie show where you're like trying to survive the apocalypse, he literally is writing like a bucket list of 100 things to do before he becomes a zombie that he couldn't do while he was working this shitty job. It's great. It does have some meaningful moments, but it's obviously mostly a comedy. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I just thought of it because we're talking about this situation.
Ay. So tonight's big question is going to be about anime. So I'm going to get to the last story I've got, and then we can do our big question of the night, which I didn't tell you guys we were going to have until right now. Yay, because I'm such
Love
a good host.
surprises.
The Gamescom is going on right now, but literally nobody cares. Well,
I
I'm
don't.
sure people care.
I watched
but
the
it's been-
opening. I watched the opening night live, and I was, aside from that second trailer, I really didn't care about much.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. Like I didn't even watch it. I have a games journalism job. Didn't even watch it.
Your boss is looking at this right now, like,
She knows I didn't watch it.
interesting.
I literally have so much other stuff to do that Gamescom has not been like interesting. She's there right now, actually, so I don't have to watch it. She's there. But two things that I want to talk about from Gamescom. The first one was that the stage was once again crashed while Jeff Keighley was hosting by a random person who had said something about GTA 6 and Bill Clinton as they ran up on the stage.
He was like, Bill Clinton wants to play GTA 6. Where's GTA 6? Was what the guy who rushed the stage said.
Like, I saw that, and my first thought was literally like, how is this
How did
happening
this
again?
happen again?
Like, how?
Exactly.
What is security like at these shows? Like, what is going on? And this is so bad because anything could have happened. Like, that guy literally could have
Yeah.
ran up there and just stabbed him and like been done with it. Like, you have no idea, and you have so many industry people there. You have so many developers there to show off like their brand new stuff, and you have so many haters of like, you know, crazy haters of games and
Yeah, man, don't let me get in there if Xbox is there.
He's joking, but like,
Alright.
you know, stuff like that. Like, you have people that really are incensed on stuff like console wars, and to know that someone can literally just go in there, run on stage, and
It's
like
terrifying.
2 of them went up there. Like, it wasn't even just one guy. There were 2 guys that were up there, and security
Wait, it was
took
2?
so long.
Yeah, it was 2.
Yeah, another guy ran up there, and security took so long to do anything about it. And I was like, how is this a thing? Like, where are safety protocols here? What's going on? I'm sorry. I'm gonna move on to the second thing, but I just thought that was so wild that I had to bring that up.
I want to touch really quick on
No,
that.
go ahead.
Yeah.
I think, although, you know, a lot of people were sad that E3, you know, finally shut down, I think these are good examples of, you know, maybe why it's a good thing they shut down, because it seems like after COVID, it seems like everyone got 100 times crazier. And I wouldn't trust those type of people inside a big convention like E3. So it's like, that's all I wanted to say.
I mean, E3 had their own
Why
sort of
did you
problem.
end it like that?
Oh yeah,
Because I was going somewhere else with it, but I was like, just, but I was like, because
I
it was like I was making it
had their
seem
own sort of
good
problem.
that E3 wasn't
I mean, that is
getting
literally what
yeah,
you
that's what it sounded like. But like, in the terms of safety of people in the world,
But that's
it's
the
a
thing.
good thing.
This has not happened at E3. Like, this is, and that's because, like, and obviously I don't.
Well, other
know.
things have happened at E3 that has jeopardized the safety of some other people.
But it's never been on stage. At least as far
Exactly.
as I know, it's never been on
But-
stage, and that's because like you have this. This isn't like when you have a bunch of companies paying for stage space, and you have like an arena setup that is already built in with the security, already knows what's gonna happen. Okay, sorry. I thought my internet went out. Okay. Yeah, you're paying for this arena space, and they're already prepared. Like, E3 is very, I'm assuming, because I've never been to like Gamescom or what was the other one that he does? Summer
Live
Game
Awards
Fest,
shows.
Game
Oh.
Awards, whatever.
The Game Awards?
I've never been to those, so I don't know.
Oh, Summer
Brandon,
Game Fest.
Brandon, do you want to go to the Game Awards this year?
The Game Awards?
Yeah.
Nah, but I might want to go to Summer Game
All right,
Fest.
well, never mind.
You wouldn't want to go to one of the Game Awards that's gonna have one of the best
That
orchestrated
would
pieces
literally
of the
be
game of the
only reason
year.
to go.
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
the
but
music
still,
videos are really
to
good.
hear
But
that
he's
live,
doing concerts now. in
Now,
addition.
yeah, he is doing concerts
So I'm
now,
like, so I was
yeah,
just
but it's
go to
not
that.
the same. Like, you just gotta think back to the Animal Crossing thing. Like,
Okay, that one was really like
that was
the
amazing.
best one.
Like, you're sitting there hearing all these deep, like, theme, like, epic things, and then and he did it so perfect. Well, obviously he didn't do it. You know, it was the composer.
Musicians
Yeah, the
who make those
composers.
medleys incredibly talented, because those are usually very different six games with very different genres that they have to like mix these music together and make it flow well into the next one.
Yeah,
That's
we
not
literally
easy.
got
That is so
Doom,
not easy.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Animal Crossing, and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, like that was like
And they
that
made
was
it work. It was
titillating.
great.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I'm
yes, what I was saying was
Piccolo guy.
I do think that like with a venue like E3, I think that they are more prepared than so far everything that has been hosted by Jeff Keighley. Now, I'm not blaming him. Obviously,
am.
it's not his fault. But it just seems like there's a lack of safety protocol going on at these things that was definitely there at something like E3.
I saw this like funny meme, like of like this like battle hardened sniper, and the caption was like at the game awards when a high schooler comes to stage and the sniper knows what he has to do.
That is a horrible joke. Like, oh my god.
What in the world?
Well, okay, I would just like to say that HP Critical does not condone violence of any kind after the conversation that we've had so far. We don't condone violence. Oh no, Kristie got knocked out. I shouldn't say knocked out. Kristie got.
She got
I'm like, we don't condone violence.
The sniper did his job early.
There she is. She's back. Okay.
I mean, I just went to LA and TSA. They were like, "Are you a minor?"
Oh wow. So yeah, the sniper did do their job early. Yeah, I just don't know how this happened. Like, I really don't understand how it has happened more than once, and it really just highlights the I don't want to call it unprofessionalism, but I feel like it is kind of very.
It raises concerns about people's safety by attending.
Yeah, 100%. Because like, what is going on? Anyway, the other thing that happened.
Obviously, Bill Clinton is sending messengers to Jeff Keighley telling him, "Yo."
There has to be some kind of like underground alliance now. It's like the Council of Clinton.
I saw an article somewhere that was just like why Bill Clinton, but I didn't click on it, and now I feel like I should have and saved it for this podcast because I too want to know why. Like, what?
The thing is that the first kid he's never explained it. Like, he's shown up on so many TikTokers and YouTubers videos, and he's never once brought it up what he did. It's like, how do you ignore that?
Yeah.
Like, that's what got you famous.
Yep. And then he started showing up everywhere after that. That was so strange.
That was so weird. Yeah. So
he learned
weird.
instant transmission.
Yeah.
Must have been.
If there's one thing I would like to learn from that kid is how did he learn instant transmission? Because that'd be so useful. I'd go to Miami every weekend.
Probably Bill Clinton taught him.
I don't want to learn anything from him because
I really want to learn anything from him.
I want instant transmission, man.
Yeah,
y'all live too far away from me. I just want to visit y'all weekends.
Yeah, but he pissed me off because that was their first Game of the Year award win for them, and he 100% ruined it. And they hella deserved it for Elden Ring, so that actually pissed me off. And I didn't even finish Elden Ring. But anyway, the other thing that happened what?
We don't blame you.
Why?
That's one game that we won't get mad at you for not finishing.
I was doing a really good job.
It's just so long and
I
hard.
should play Elden Ring.
Say that.
It's okay. You've been talking about long and hard things that fit very well all night. The other thing that's happened at the Game Awards is the PlayStation Portal has finally got a name and it's been shown off. The PlayStation Portal allows for PlayStation Remote Play from your PlayStation to the PlayStation Portal handheld. They also showed off the PlayStation Pulse Explore wireless earbuds and the PlayStation Pulse Elite wireless headset. There's a lot of details going into this, so I'm going to give a few of them and then, mention something that Gabe brought up about this, and then let him tell us about why he thinks it's a bad idea. But first, let me tell you, don't think it's a bad idea?
I didn't say it was a bad idea.
Well, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. But first, let me tell you guys all about the PlayStation Portable. PlayStation's first remote play dedicated device, the PlayStation Portable Remote Player, is set to launch later this year at only $199.99, so $200 plus tax, depending on where you live in the States. And let me give you some details about it. The PlayStation Portable Remote Player brings the PS5 experience to the palm of your hand. It includes the key features of the DualSense wireless controller, including adaptive triggers, haptic feedback. It also comes with an 8-inch LCD screen that is capable of 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second, providing a high-definition visual experience that is expected from the high-quality games created by world-class developers at PlayStation. The PlayStation Portal is the perfect device for gamers and households where they might need to share their living room TV or simply want to play PS5 games in another room of the house. PlayStation Portable will connect remotely to your PS5 over Wi-Fi, so you'll be able to swiftly jump from playing on your PS5 to your PlayStation Portal. PlayStation Portal can play supported games that are installed on your PS5 console and use the DualSense controller. It also includes a 3.5mm audio jack for wired audio. The PSVR 2 games, which require the headset, and games that are streamed through PlayStation Plus Premium's cloud streaming are not supported currently. PlayStation Plus Remote will launch later this year for $200. They also announced the PlayStation Plus Elite wireless headset and the PlayStation the Pulse Explore wireless earbuds, which I'm not going to go over. You can definitely go look at them. The earbuds are also the earbuds $150. And I believe the Pulse is $200. Yeah, I think the Pulse Explorer is $200 and the earbuds are $150. They also announced the PlayStation Link, which is PlayStation's new wireless audio technology. It is coming with the headset and the earbuds. It does not come with the older PlayStation headsets for the PS5, so you would have to upgrade to the new ones, and that is the only way that you can get wireless sound on the PlayStation Portable, which is a little bit of a bummer because then you'd have to shell out an extra $200 for some headsets to be able to listen wirelessly. Otherwise, you're gonna have to plug in that 3.5mm jack. And yeah, that's the PlayStation Portable pretty much. It's meant to be one of these things where if you want to just play your PlayStation game in bed instead of on the couch or at the desk, you can just grab the PlayStation Portable. It's very nice because once you press the button on the portable, it turns your PS5 on. You can play wirelessly. You're not supposed to have the issues of cloud gaming because you're not gaming from the cloud. You're just streaming your game, so it should be a much more streamlined experience than some of the cloud gaming that you experience on, the PlayStation or the Switch. And yeah, pretty much you can connect to Wi-Fi anywhere and play from anywhere. You don't even have to do it at home. Now, it will depend on, the Wi-Fi connection that you're going to, but if you want to take your PlayStation Portable to a friend's house, connect to their Wi-Fi, and play your games, you can essentially also do that too. And the price is $200. So, what do you guys think about it?
Shit's not for me, bro. Just
Why not?
straight up, like, well, based on everything that you're describing for it, like the fact that it's like Wi-Fi connectivity, I mean, we already knew that, but they really do seem to emphasize that it really is mostly for, because I did read the report and I also heard you say it, and it does really seem like it's mostly geared for you to play at home, just not necessarily on your TV. Like maybe kind of like what the Wii U did, where you just like where someone's using the living room TV and then you're just kind of like playing in another room, and just like, or like you said, if you want to play in your bed. And yeah, I can see the novelty in that, but I wouldn't want to spend $200 to do that. And moreover, for the idea of like saying it, taking that system elsewhere where the Wi-Fi may not be good and running into that latency problems, I wouldn't want to encounter that when I have a perfect good Switch to just play those games natively. And even if I'm playing it at my friend's house, man, I don't think that last scenario is just not something I've ever really encountered where I just like needed to bring my PS5 to a friend's house to play games like that. We'll just play what few local games are on PS5. PS5 is not really a game I play like a lot of local games, honestly. It's mostly for like online games. Switch is where I play my local games, if I'm being perfectly real.
Okay.
What about Xbox? What do you use that for?
Rare replay, so that's it. It's my rare replay machine.
How long were you waiting to say that?
It was either gonna come up now with someone talking about the games they do use to play handheld, or it was gonna be when someone mentioned, I don't know, like Xbox Game Pass or something.
The only thing I'll say to what Brandon said is that yes, it's not for you. I did ask why it's not for you, and you perfectly explained it because you don't play PS5 games like that, and that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So like for me, it's a very different situation. But I'll go last. Kristie, what do you think about it?
I mean, there's some games on my PS5 I would play, but it's not a lot like my Switch. So it's really not worth it for me personally.
Mm-hmm. Also, Brandon, there was something you said that I wanted to comment on. God, what was it? You said, I think it was that I think you said like there are no games on PlayStation to play or something like that. That's
not what I said. Just nothing that I would want to play local PS5 like that I could think of. I'm sure there's some that I have.
No games that you would like to play locally on PS5.
Do you want to play Spider-Man locally on PS5?
No, he doesn't want to.
You don't want to play Final Fantasy 16 locally on PS5?
No, he doesn't want to.
You don't want to play. I'm out of games.
I was
trying to think of games Brandon would like to play because I could list a whole shit ton of local single-player PS5 games.
I actually don't understand the question.
There's Persona. There will be Persona 3 Reload, so you don't want to play that locally either.
Isn't that coming out on Switch?
Yes, he's gonna play that on Switch.
Oh, is it coming on Switch too? I thought it was only PlayStation.
I have not seen a Switch.
I know it's coming out on Xbox.
I thought it was like.
Anyway. Gabe, what do you think about this?
I mean, I feel like $200 is a lot for something that doesn't let me play without Wi-Fi. Like, and then my other thing is, doesn't doesn't the PlayStation 5 have the remote play?
Yes, so you could essentially do this on your
Mhm.
phone or your
Or
tablet
my
or your
iPad,
iPad.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm
And you
generally
can
trying to
just
think
connect your
who they're
controller with your
yeah,
iPad too and
I'm
play
trying
it.
to think of
It'll
like
be
who their
cheaper if you
target
already have
audience is.
everything.
'Cause it's
Okay.
like,
Their target audience is for people who have cash to burn.
which is not
Wow.
Jerel yet.
Whoa.
Jerel wants it.
Whoa!
Oh wait,
Whoa!
Jerel wants it?
Okay, that was like a double fuck me. Like, oh my god. Well, I'll tell you guys why I am going to buy this eventually. One, I think that they've
He
marketed
added
it.
eventually after Gabe.
Yes, eventually. One, I think that they've marketed it as an accessory that's not necessary. Like, I don't think that they've made it be like, oh, it's a PlayStation Portable. Oh, you need to get this. I think they've very much been like, even with that description, it's like, hey, if you need to share the TV with somebody and like you want to go play your game, you can literally just pick this up and play on the couch. Like, that's exactly what it is. And I think they're marketing it as that. They're not marketing it as the next Nintendo Switch or the next Steam Deck. So I appreciate that. One, two. I think $200 is such a reasonable price for an 8-inch OLED with a dual sense.
It's not OLED. It's LCD.
I'm sorry, LED.
LCD.
LCD. Sorry. I think that's a very, very good price for what they were selling. And thank you, because I was also going to bring up, I was disappointed that it wasn't OLED, especially from playing my OLED Switch. However, I played a regular-ass Switch for years, and I was fine. And I think, obviously, when you go into OLED territory, you're going to be you're going to end up paying more just for that screen. I think $200 for this accessory is, like, aptly priced. I don't know, like, I guess the next best thing would be $150. I can't see them going under anything under that. Like, I originally, I feel like I thought it was going to be like $350 or more. And the fact that this is cheaper than a Switch, this is cheaper than a Steam Deck, and it's giving you the opportunity to do what both of those do. It's just restricting you to either your home or somewhere else that has a decent Wi-Fi, and I think that's totally fine, because you're not having to. Me personally, I think that's okay, because I'm not paying $350 for a Switch. I'm not paying $300 for a Steam Deck, and I'm getting that same exact experience that I would use my Switch for or my Steam Deck for at home. I'm getting that again, except for exclusively for PlayStation games. So the same way that I would use that, I would use this. So for me, it makes sense, because every time that Job and I hang out, he has to bring his entire PlayStation over here. And we play a lot of PlayStation games together. Like, as soon as Baldur's Gate 3 comes out for PS5, we're going to be playing that co-op. We're playing Diablo co-op. If I don't have to take my entire PS5 and I can just connect to his Wi-Fi, turn it on, and play handheld like this for $200, less than a Switch, I think that's fucking amazing. I would love to do that. So for me, it makes a lot of sense. If I want to sit here at my desk and not use this monitor to play the PS5, or if I want to go play in the living room, or the kids come over and I don't want them to see me killing or having sex in Final Fantasy 16, I can just pick this thing
You
up.
can have sex in Final Fantasy 16?
Spoiler?
Kind of.
I don't know.
Spoiler?
I might play the game a little bit more now.
Wow. But for that functionality at just $200, which is cheaper than all the other stuff I have, and all I need is Wi-Fi, and I get to play the game, and also the fact that it's not cloud streaming, because I hate cloud streaming. I've actually, when Kingdom Hearts 4 came out, I was playing Kingdom Hearts 4 on my iPad through
Kingdom Hearts 4. Damn, you got that
3.
early. Actually,
Shit, sorry,
Jerel?
3. My bad.
Jerel?
When Kingdom
Would
Hearts
you like to
3
tell us
came
something?
out. No, I don't
break
wanna say
NDA
shit.
right now.
No, I almost. Never mind.
Is there Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts 4?
Tell me if I fight Vader. I need Sora run the fate on Darth Vader right
Oh my
now.
gosh. But yeah, when I played Kingdom Hearts 3, I played it via PlayStation Remote Play on my iPad, and it was great. And I connected my DualSense to the iPad, and I had a great time. Like, it worked perfectly fine for me because it wasn't cloud streaming. And because of that experience, like, if I, like, for example, Kristie says that she uses her Steam Deck to play Final Fantasy 14. I think the Steam Deck is big. I play 14 on PS5. The pad is already there. It's literally the perfect game for me to sit on the bed and play Final Fantasy 14 with. Like, it is legitimately perfect for that. So for me, it makes a lot of sense to be able to invest in something that'll allow me to do what the Steam Deck would do, but I don't like using my Steam Deck. And I'm actually constantly I play my PlayStation every day. Like, every single day I'm on my PlayStation. So, like, the only detriment, I think, is that it doesn't have wireless headphones. And I don't even mind that it's not OLED. Like, I would like it to be OLED, but I don't think I would pay more than $200 for it, because I do think that $200 is a very sweet spot for what it's offering, just because it's cheaper than all the other handhelds that are available. So for me, I think it's a great idea. Only because of the way that it's been marketed as an accessory. I think $200 is very affordable, because you're not paying more than that like you would for something like a Switch or a Steam Deck. And yeah, you do have to use your PlayStation, but you can also play outside of your house or anywhere in your house, and it's not cloud gaming, so it's not that shitty ass connection issue that I'm having all the time when I try to play cloud gaming. So I think this is really great, and I understand that a lot of people aren't gonna like it, because I don't think it's for everybody. I don't think a lot of people are constantly moving their PlayStation back and forth when they go to a friend's house. Like, and so I don't think that for them.
He's saying you guys don't have friends.
I'm saying that you don't have friends that you're playing PlayStation games with, because Brandon said he's not. So, like, for him, it's not.
So that means they're playing Xbox?
No, they're clearly playing Switch, like, which is great, because, like, Switch is portable and you can plug it up. But, like, I play a lot of PlayStation games. I'm a PlayStation fanboy, clearly. I haven't touched my Switch in months. That's not true. I played it on Saturday. But, like, I'm playing more PlayStation games than I am for Switch. So, for me, this is the perfect product. Because I could grab it right now and play right here on the podcast, no problem. Just like you do with your Switch. The only difference is there are going to be exclusive games that I'm playing on PlayStation. Or Overwatch. Which, that would be great. I would love to just sit here and play Overwatch and not have to, like, set up.
Or more Final Fantasy 14.
Or yes, like, it's perfect. I think it's perfect for that. It's perfect for all those games. I'm like, damn, I'd like to play this handheld. Now I can for less than a Switch. So I think it's good. I think that's why I want one. You know, personally, just my lifestyle and the way that I use PlayStation, I think it would be really great for me to be able to play quick casual matches of Street Fighter 6. Let's fucking go. Do it on
I will give the PlayStation Portal. It does look like a more like it's handheld. The controls, whatever, look more comfortable than the Switch and the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I mean, it is a dual
because it's the dual. Yeah, it's the dual
and
sense.
I like the dual sense, and I like that it also comes with your adaptive triggers and adaptive feedback. So I'm still getting that same experience right here in my fucking face, and I'm blind. Put that shit in my face. Oh, okay. Well, put the screen in my face because I'm blind. I'm gonna stop now. Anyway, that's why I think it's a good idea. That's why, because I know that a lot of people, when I say that I want it, are like, what? This makes no sense. They're basically like Brandon, which is like, you know, I don't think it's worth it. And I completely understand why you don't think it's worth it. And I don't think it's worth it for you. I wouldn't suggest it for Brandon because he ain't playing shit on it. Whereas I'm playing mine every day. So for me, I definitely want one. I am also concerned about battery life, though. They haven't said how long battery life is. I'm still obviously going to eventually get one, but, like, I'm concerned about battery life and not being able to have wireless headphones, just because all I own now is wireless headphones, aside from, like, these. But other than that, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to get my hands on one and play Final Fantasy 14 on that instead of Steam Deck. I'm done.
That seems like it'd be good for it.
Yeah, like, stuff like Street Fighter, Overwatch, like, little things that I'm just playing casual matches in that I don't want to, like, sit on the couch for. I can sit in my bed now and do it. Although I can sit in my bed and play anything now anyway, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, with the many screens you have all over your room.
Yeah, I bought this, like, little tangent. I bought this on this Prime Day sale. I don't know if I told you guys. I bought one of those beds that, like, moves, the base moves, like, so you could sit up.
Oh, that's so comfortable.
And I put, like, so my TV's right here and the bed's here. I literally just put the bed up and sit in bed playing Final Fantasy 16, and it's great. So I don't even need one of these things, actually. I can just sit in bed and play now. But, you know, if I want to go sit in the living room and play or something, or go to the library. Oh, fucking hell.
Yes, because you should go to the library to play video games.
You should, because you can use
That's
your library
its primary
card
function.
You can use your library card to rent things like video games and instruments and
What
books
library
and,
do you go to?
like, any public library.
what
has
library
video
do you
games.
go
No,
to?
when I went to the library, I had books and DVDs.
When is the last time you've been to the library?
2000
Exactly.
10.
Exactly. Go to your local library, guys.
I don't
Let
need
me
to. I don't know how to read.
You don't have to be able to read to play games, Gabe. It's
No,
okay.
he's
What am I
playing
gonna rent a game for?
How's he gonna rent Ace Attorney if he can't read?
Yeah, I don't know what
That's
title I'm
why
looking at.
You know what the best part about this is? In the fucking library, you can learn how to read at the same time. Isn't that
But
crazy?
why would I? Why? Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't got time for that.
It's fine. You don't have to. You can just ask the attendant to get the game for you because clearly you can't read.
Have the attendant read.
But how do I know they're
Ace
giving me the
Attorney.
right game?
You'll find out when you get back home.
Nah, that's too much work.
What is this site?
Okay, then you go pay for it. Okay, I'm just trying to put y'all on because the library has more than what you think. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Doubt my library has all
you
that. I'm
wouldn't
gonna
know
be
'cause you
honest.
haven't been.
Okay, but still, I'm actually gonna look it up right now.
You didn't even have a fucking library card. They wouldn't even let your ass in. Okay.
Okay, great. You know what? It's a good thing library cards are free.
For people that don't owe money. Anyway, that's why I think it's a good idea. I'm not here to sell anybody else. I'm just trying to justify my own purchase here because I'm gonna get one eventually. And I do think it is. I think it's handy. And I hope that people can appreciate what it is meant to be. I think it is disappointing because, you know, a lot of us when it first came out were just like, this is pointless. Like, what's the point of this? Why is this necessary? It's not necessary. I do think it was I do think it's bad timing to come out with something that is functionally a Wii U pad when you have things like the Switch and you have things like the Steam Deck that can play on the go. I do think it's really bad timing to get into something like this. However, I 100% see the use case and I am the target audience.
Maybe once Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, I'll get it.
Bruh, if Kingdom Hearts 4 is, which it's probably not gonna be, but like or oh my god, what was the game? Final Fantasy Rebirth. I was playing FF7 Remake on Steam Deck and I loved playing it handheld like that. If I can play Rebirth like that, oh bitch, I'm playing the whole fucking game like that. When I'm not playing on my like full screen, if I'm playing a second playthrough, or even if I want to do, I have like Persona 5 Royal on PS5. I'd play through Royal on the fucking whatever it's called, PlayStation Portable. I'd play it on that. I'd play Octopath Traveler 2 on the PlayStation Portable. I'd play a bunch of games on PlayStation Portable. Games that I feel like would be great for handheld. I've got a fucking thing right there. Let's go. Fuck y'all, I'm a bad one. I don't care. You don't own me.
I never said don't do it.
Okay.
Alright, well I have nothing else to talk about, so I'm just gonna do my last question unless you guys have any other statements on the PlayStation Portable.
No.
Gabe, we didn't even argue about it, see?
Yeah, I told you I didn't really have to argue about it. It was more of a question of why anyone would want this, and
Well,
it's been answered.
Did that make sense? Now do
Yeah.
you know why people would want it?
Yeah.
So my question of the week for you guys is, what is a good anime for me to watch? Just so you know.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
Here's my question to you. What kind of anime do you like? What are you in the mood for?
I'm about to say it. Just so you know, I am completely obsessed with Demon Slayer right now. I know that I'm super late. I know that I'm super late, but I really love it, and it's like my favorite anime right now. So, if you could suggest one anime for me to watch that's not Full Metal Alchemist, because I tried and I don't like it, what would you suggest? I have tried.
I tried for Marissa here. I tried for Marissa here.
I know. She's gonna kill me. I'm gonna go
She's
back
gonna
to
be so
it.
disappointed. I'm gonna let her know
I'm gonna go back to it.
in our chat.
Kristie, I just really don't like, what's his name? The main guy?
Edward Elric.
He's so fucking annoying. Like, I cannot watch him. I tried. I was on, like, episode 4. Al is the sweetest thing ever. He should just leave Ed and just go on his own fucking adventures and leave his brother to die. Yeah.
Does the one I recommended earlier count?
No, because I
Okay,
already
let's
have
give
that
it-
one on my list.
Cool. Then the other one
Have
I
you seen
recommend
Spy
is
X Family?
I have not.
I think you'll like it if you like, you know, slice of life / you know, chaotic madness.
I'm writing all of these down.
so the
Spy
one
Family.
since Zom 100 doesn't count. The other recommendation I have is called High Score Girl. Have you heard of it?
Oh, I
Have you seen
actually
it?
wanted to watch that.
Yes, I highly recommend. I saw it's a romance story that deals heavily with like gaming in the 90s as well. So I think you would actually absolutely adore it.
Nice.
I'm
I
gonna give you
would've
one anime
recommended
to
Out
stay
Knows
away from
Okay.
because someone might recommend it to you
I hope it's
after
not
hearing
My
you say
Hero.
Demon Slayer. No, oh no, watch that. That's such a fun show to watch.
Sorry.
It's
Which
comfort.
one did you say?
Sorry.
Okay, anyway, Black Clover. The main character is loud as shit. You will not like that
think
anime.
In sub.
I think I watched
In
the
dub
first-
too.
I think I
He's
watched
not
the first
as loud
episode
in
of
dub.
it, and I didn't like
Not
it.
as loud. No, I've heard both.
I
They
disagree
told
with
me way
that, but
down
yeah,
in
that's something you should stay away from. But the ones I'm gonna recommend to you because
Black
these
Clover's
are
also long though. That's the other thing too.
Black
like, I
Clover.
like
No,
Black-
it's not.
It's
Oh
like
yeah,
over
don't give
100
me nothing
episodes.
long.
It's not over 100 episodes
I,
yet.
I didn't. I wouldn't recommend anything that was like that long, because I figured Jerel would like. Wait.
I also
I'm-
really like Kakegurui. Like it was also one of my really
What is that?
favorite animes. It's about gambling. It's on Netflix. It's one of my
Oh,
favorite animes.
oh, I know. Yeah, I know. I haven't watched that one.
So
So the ones I'm gonna recommend, you're probably not gonna watch. One of them is Tomo-chan is a girl. It's a 13 episode anime where it's literally this girl and this guy, they're best friends, but the guy's never really viewed her as like, I don't want to say a girl. No, yeah, kind of like that. He kind of views her more like as one of the homies, but she's like madly in love with him. It's a comedy.
good.
Very cute. The other one is also a comedy. It's also a love one.
Oh, I love
I'm sure everyone's like, hold on, he watches love comedy animes? Yes, I prefer them over the stuff we have now, believe it or not. And it's not saying that the new stuff is bad, like it's just literally that's how it is. Hold on, I gotta find the full title.
I love Yuri on Ice.
Oh, then you're gonna love this one. Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Okay, you're gonna.
I heard
send me
about that one.
because I don't know.
Just Love is
Oh, I've
War.
heard
Love is
about
War,
that
and,
one.
and it'll come up. It's these two. It's so the premise is whoever confesses that they love the other one first loses the war. So it's like they spend a majority of the anime like trying to get the other to confess, and it's pretty funny. It's so good.
Oh, there's another one that's pretty good that I like. It's called Romantic Killer. It's on Netflix.
Romantic killers.
Basically, basically a love wizard comes into a girl's life and tries to get her to fall in love with someone, and so she spends I think 12 episodes trying to subvert all of the romantic tropes.
Oh, I love that. Thanks, guys. I promise that
You're
next
welcome.
week's question is going to be one that's not relevant to my own personal interests. But I
Hey, we're
figured
happy
since
to
I had
get
you
some
here, and I'm
recommendations.
finally getting back into anime. I mean, listen, everyone who listens also gets some great anime recommendations. I will watch these not in the order that you've given them to me, but in my order of interest, because I'm almost done with Demon Slayer, and I'm very sad. I love Nezuko. I hate so many people in Demon Slayer though, but I love it. It's so good. What's that? Zenitsu? He's so
Zenitsu.
fucking
Blonde
annoying.
guy?
I fucking hate him.
He's so useless.
He's so annoying. And my friend loves him, and I'm like, girl, why? Like all he do is nothing. Like it literally does nothing on the side.
Zenitsu is hilarious. That's why I like it.
It's such a Brandon character. Like I feel like I knew that you would like Zenitsu, like because you like Ryuji, and he reminds me of Ryuji, and I hate Ryuji, and I hate Zenitsu, but I love everyone else. I've also grown very fond of Inosuke, and he should just take his little thingy off.
Inosuke
He's
is
so
also
pretty.
cool. I like Inosuke a lot.
He's so pretty. And I'm
Yes.
sad because I'm almost caught up, and I need them to like hurry up and finish. And I won't talk about what is that one that Gabe said, that I said? I'm not gonna talk about it because apparently people really like it, and I watched
Full
an
Metal
episode and it
Alchemist?
wasn't like no, not that one.
Black
My
Clover.
Hero.
Yeah, I watched an episode which I'll tell you about after the podcast, and it completely just turned me off from the whole thing. And it's my fault because everyone tells me, oh, you watched it out of context, blah blah blah. But it's because a friend told me to watch that episode. They're like, oh, watch this one, and you're really gonna like
Oh,
it.
I know what you're talking about.
And I
Yeah, that
watched
was a
it,
bad
and it was really
recommendation
bad.
for them to do. I don't know
Yeah.
why they told you to do that.
I've never been interested in it since then. But anyway, it's time for us to end. Thank you guys for being here. It was a wonderful, wonderful return to form.
Absolutely.
Great to have you
Here,
four here. Gabe, welcome back. I expect to see you back next week. Don't
Thank
give me no
you.
bullshit.
Oh no, it's coming back.
He's
Kristie and
allergic to your
Brandon?
bullshit.
I'm allergic to his bullshit. Kristie and Brandon, it's always great to see you guys every week.
We love you, Jerel.
Don't forget. Oh, I love you guys too. Don't forget to check out Brandon's streams and Gabe scaring the shit out of himself.
I scream like a girl several times.
And with that, good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.